I wanted to do like a short update video of my Cobalt that I've had on my channel for a few years now in different like small videos, but the car currently does not run. The reason for that is because I actually blew up the transmission, which anybody that knows anything about a Cobalt SS, the LSJ and LNF cars at the F35 transmissions are very, very low quality gearboxes. This car, I think it has roughly 170 some thousand odd original miles on it, which is good for its age, being an '06. But like, I actually blew up the transmission in January of 2020, and the car is pretty much set ever since. And I went through a point in time where I'd pretty much given up on the car, but I've decided I actually am going to resurrect it. But I'll talk about that later in this little update video. But I wanted to kind of give like a little walkthrough of what I've done to the car already and some of the parts I've already accumulated for it. Right here you can kind of see where I'm test fitting my gauges. I'm probably going to get a lot of shit for this, but this is something that I've always wanted in one of my cars, and I felt like the Cobalt would be a good candidate for it. The big RPM gauge with the shift light. I know a lot of people don't use these anymore, but I like it and I wanted to go with it, and I picked it up for a pretty good price. But like the wiring, none of this is in yet. I'm just kind of damn, I can't even talk. I'm just pretty much setting things up how I want it in the near future. Right here I have a steering column gauge holder, pod, bezel, whatever you want to call it, so I can have the pleasure of knowing something directly in my face. And up here I have my triple pillar pod. I have another small pod down there. Like I said, all this, like this and this will stay. I'm not quite sure about this and something similar to this, but not quite that one. I'm just kind of brainstorming, getting some ideas, because this car is staying with a stock ECU. I'm not gonna upgrade to a Haltech or a Holly or anything like that, even though I'd want to. I'm gonna have a lot of money into this build, so I'm kind of trying to preserve as much originality of the car that I possibly can. There's actually the ECU right there, old M62 right there. Yeah, that blower, it was good to me, but I'm definitely going to something bigger and better. Actually, I'll get out of the car and show you some things. This car is filthy. Like I said, it's been sitting for hell 2 years, but she's still in one piece, just dirty as hell. I actually got these seats for a really good deal from a friend of mine from Ohio. These are the 08 to 10 Cobalt SS LNF seats with the sport perforated cloth, and these seats are amazing. They're, in my opinion, way better than the cruddy stock seats. This car came with leather. This is not a G85 package car, so I didn't have the Recaros, which I don't really like those either. These seats are better than the G85 Recaros and the standard SS leather seats. In the back, I've got just miscellaneous shit, like this old plaid center console, that old plaid shit, all that's coming out. But right here, I actually got these some time ago. Let's see if I can get them out of here. These are some new retrofit headlights I picked up. Other parts from ZZP. Just parts. I'm kind of hurting for space right now, so I'm kind of using the car to store parts. But all this is temporary. It's all going to be together and out of the car in due time. I remember when I did the 08 to 10 Cobalt SS honeycomb grill. Still looks good. One of my favorite touches to the car. I like it a lot. And here's the engine. I've actually already started disassembling this to pull out the old engine and transmission. This LSJ engine is actually still good. It's fine. Like the whole time I had it, I hadn't even done the timing or anything like that on it, and until the transmission blew up, this car ran well. I know this engine's still good, but it is coming out in exchange for something a lot better. And all this is already being ripped apart. Like I said, the ECU, the fuse block, all that good stuff's out. Some of my stuff on this car I will be reusing, but this car will be getting a brand new engine and transmission. And while I mentioned transmission, the transmission that I'm going with is the F40, which is the 6-speed out of the Buick Regal. It is far more superior over the cruddy F35 that blows up on pretty much any and everybody that has these cars. The back, you can see I have the 08 to 10 L&F wheels. The rest of them, yep, they're in the trunk. This is just one of them. These wheels are mint. I had to drive to a different state for these, but I got like the deal of a lifetime on these wheels, and I cannot pass them up. The reason why I chose the L&F wheels is because the Cobalt SS, it has a very odd bolt pattern, and this is pretty much gonna be my race car. So I figured instead of having to worry about running adapters or some kind of cheap aftermarket wheel, I would go with a stock wheel that would also clear the Brembos. And I know these wheels are very, very durable, and I just love the look of them. I think for a Cobalt, you cannot go wrong with the L&F wheels. So I got these for a pretty good deal. They're not going to be powder coated or anything. I'm going to leave them the stock finish. I am going to buy new center caps. They're actually kind of expensive. I think they're like $90 a piece or something like that, but it's whatever. That's not really a priority right now, but those are some of the plans. But God, I love these seats. They look so good, but it's more to a car than just the seats. I got some parts down here. These are like an old trans mount. This is actually, I don't even think you can get these anymore. I actually bought this, I think on Marketplace a while ago. It's a stiffy mount. I'll probably use it, but oh, hit the wheel. If not, I'm sure I'll be able to find use for it later on maybe another Cobalt. Who knows what happened? I have this. Like a lot of these parts, like the old mounts and things like that, I will not be using anymore. Like I said, this is only just a small percentage of what I have and what I still need for the car. But yeah, I'm going to do like a small update video on my little Cobalt that I still love dearly. GM Performance Division. These seats are absolutely amazing. I can't get over them. But to an extent, for the age and what she's been through, this car is still in relatively good shape and in one piece, and I kind of want to keep it like that. Car be getting, she'll be getting new tint at some point, because this tint has got to go. It was bad when I got the car, so the tint will definitely be getting redone sometime in its life, and I'll be also giving this car a bath very soon. Back under the hood, I said I was going to be doing the F40 swap. That is pretty much what I'm saving up for now. I actually already have the transmission, and to my knowledge, you can't even get the F40 transmission from GM right now. So that's that. I'm going to be doing some stuff to that, getting some parts, some B3 design, and adding an LSD, but that'll be a video all of its own where I talk about the F40. But like I said, this car will definitely It'll definitely be fun once I get her finished, but as of now, she's definitely seen better days. She's dirty and she's half apart, and yeah, it's kind of a little mess right now, but it'll all come back together. But like this engine, I definitely want to keep it in really good shape. So like I said, this is why I'm pulling this engine out, and I'm throwing a better engine in here that'll work better for what I want to do with the car. Like I said, this engine has 170 some odd thousand miles on it, and this is the original engine in this car, and the original engine and transmission. And I think for the life it lived pre me and for what I did with it, it definitely lived a good life. Well, not saying a good life, but it held up. Like, these LSJ engines are really capable engines, but like I said, I'm going with something a little bit better for the new setup, and I think the F40 will be a very good piece. The gear ratio is a lot different than the F35, but you know, it'll be a learning curve. It'll be like almost having a new car and an older car body. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I want to give an update. That's pretty much it. If anybody sees this video, this engine will not be for sale. Some of the other stuff I have that I won't be using might come up for sale later, and I'll probably mention it in a later video. If so, but like I said, I'm holding on to my engine because these are actually hard to get, and they're expensive if they're lower mileage and in good shape, and the timing's been done and what have you. But I'm not going to ramble too much about that. I just wanted to update about the car. If you like Ecotech stuff and want to see more of this car and see the build journey, please hit the subscribe button. Leave a big thumbs up if you like this video. It will be greatly appreciated. Leave any questions you may have down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.